Whoa, it's Wulzy. This is my old account Dance Woman. Welcome back to the co-op building series Level Swap. Today I'm joined by Sley GD.
Yo, what's up?
Level Swap Mega Collab is back. We're going to be continuing from the last episode with Dav JT. We're going to build for 20 minutes and then we'll swap over. You know how this works. The way we run it is we have 3 turns on each level, so there's 6 total time slots of 20 minutes each.
I'm really tired. Best of luck, Wulzy.
My British brother. 20 minutes it is. All right, let's go. God, it's been a while since I've done a level swap. When I did this with Dav, we left off at a really awkward spot, I feel. Like, we have this huge lead up, and then it just goes black, and the background fades back on, which I need to just get rid of. There's a trigger that turns it off, a trigger that turns it on. So we have a nice, simple transition out of the ship. Gonna mix up some show and hide triggers just to kind of flicker the player back on. Starting off with some neat UFO gameplay that you have to time the orbs on just to float down to this block at the right time. Which is gonna send us up here. Also gonna switch speeds here with some 4 times, which is gonna boost us over a spike right here and land us at an upside down portal. We're doing some business right now. We're finally getting into the swing of things. Almost halfway into my time. Why are there so many spikes here? Oh, they moved towards you in the previous transition, I see. Dude, I was freaked out thinking there was going to be random spikes in my way. Probably going to place a bunch of UFO portals to change the height as we fall down to that point, so it's not as sharp as you think. It's going to be a robot portal that you have to jump out of the UFO into a dash orb. Should be nice. Kind of scared about it, but we're just going to do it anyway, because I'm always scared in these level swaps. We're going to do more invisible portals like so. My gimmick here seems to be orbs in the portals. We're going to put a blue pad into a dash orb right here, but you got to time it properly, otherwise you're going to be the wrong gravity. Is this too difficult? Probably, but I don't care. I'm running out of time. I've only got a minute left. Okay, I have to act so fast now. Bro, I fell off. I lost all of my level swapping skill.
Yo, what's up?
Well, mine's a little bit rough around the edges.
Yeah, I kind of went all out on the structuring, so I hope it's not too ambitious for this, but we'll see.
I can usually work with anything structure-wise.
Okay, that's good.
Ooh, interesting. It goes from being fast to slow. I see. Oh my god, that is so theater of everything.
I'm ready whenever you're ready.
I think I know what I'm gonna do here. Alrighty, it's time to slide on a screen using color channel 32 for some reason. This needs to be above the other layer. Oh god, maybe just the bottom of B3 would do. Alright, so we're gonna move this 4 sets of 5 blocks to the right, which means that on group 189, I need to slide on a move trigger like, I guess way back here. Let's say like 300. Oh dude, that goes under every single overlay. Perfect. Should be a pretty nice and clean transition in that case. And I'm gonna put another gradient on the right side. I'm gonna continue that movement of 300 again so it exits. Okay, so now I'm gonna make a little glow staircase just like this. There's gonna be 4 layers to it. It's gonna be on a new color channel that has white on like 25% opacity. I'm just gonna layer them on top like so, followed by stuff like spikes and stuff on like full white. I'm gonna set this structure to group number 1 just so it goes invisible and the other structure can be seen. And I'm probably gonna add another color channel that copies 32 with blending that can sit on B2 above the white. Let me just see if I can hue change and just make this fit in however I can. Oh god, that looks kind of ugly. So let me just scale these onto themselves. Probably make it more interesting anyway. Because these are already gradient based objects. I'm gonna move these objects onto the screen. 191, easy. I'm gonna back out this movement because this gameplay is pretty easy. I can afford to just throw it around. So now I just gotta copy paste the main aspects of this to other objects by setting certain strips to 0 opacity. Try my best to build quickly to make up for the time that I wasted before. Okay, so we have a bit of movement going into this. Not too shabby so far. It's nice to actually be working with movements for once. I never do this. I think now it's about time that I overlaid some stripy glow that copies 32 on different hues right there. Should be pretty easy to overlay into the level without much trouble. I'm actually going to change the background to a dark blue while this is happening, so we can lead back into this spacey style that we did earlier. And then I can put large scale clouds in the background here. Wait, that's purple. I'm silly, dude. I keep making purple backgrounds instead of red. So we have this layer moving on 201, which is going to lock on right about here. I'm going to link these together, put them on the 40% opacity 190. And I can probably just scale these up for other layers and flip them around, making sure that they have different groups per layer. Okay, so we have 5 different layers here, which are going to move towards the player at different speeds. First one's going to be 100, so 10 blocks to the left in 10 seconds. The next one can be be increased to 150, and it just keeps going. Let's take a look in normal mode real quick. So we have a nice little break, and then boom, we're into clouds. If I copy these movements and I rotate them slightly and scale them up, we can put bigger differences between in time. Then I can rise them up one by one up this staircase, 30 blocks like this. And I guess I'll just end off with a slightly brighter pulse for each of them. Copies the background with a bunch of brightness. That's my timer. God damn, that's crazy.
How's it going?
I have done pretty well.
I made a pretty easy to copy paste design. Pretty happy with what I got down.
I made your transition for you.
To be honest, I'm still not sure about the background colors I chose in that part, but you know, it is what it is.
No, I like them. Looking at your design, I thought it was just the in-game block.
Oh no, because I wanted to get
The bevel.
Yeah.
All right. Best of luck. I have a fire idea. So I want to have a bunch of colored squares moving in the background that are the same color as these. I just need to figure out what he's done. Okay, 41 is the color to go to. This might go hard in the background. So what I need to do is go like B4, and then on B4 -1, I'm going to put a black glow piece underneath for that depth. If it's overlaying anything, it'll just cover it up. It probably won't overlay much. We go to editor layer 3, and we can just place this around a little bit. Should be enough for a foreground layer. Gonna link that together. Gonna give it group 118 and 119. 118 is going to lock on right when you hit this pad, 15 seconds. 119 is going to be the driving force backwards. So these blocks are going to move towards me, but this is so slow. Then I can definitely put a smaller version behind. Flipping and upside downing it. Those are not proper terms, but you know, we get that. And then we get the objects in their absolute position, and we'll just flip them right back. So they have a consistent lighting on them. These can go to -2, the layer behind. And then this glow can go to -3. So we have a secondary layer behind. I'm going to change the hue of the base. I'm going to spread it a little bit more. Don't take that out of context. Maybe I'll just take a couple off the top and just line the bottom again. Just in case it goes out. Give this another group that's not 19 and move it further back. It's like a 1200. Maybe even a slight movement up. Halfway through this part, I think I'm going to start moving them off of the screen. Just layer by layer, but it's going to be slightly quicker. This is super bright and flashy at the moment, but I have a solution to make it more bearable. Yeah, that kind of went hard. Okay, so then on B4 and 2, right here, blocking to the x-axis, I'm going to add a screen that copies the color of the background on a new group 121, which is going to have a certain opacity. Now, you might be able to see where this is going. There you go. They're much more driven into the background. It's then going to fade off at this point. There we go. So we have some colorful blocks that are in the background, and I can put stuff behind that even still. On the next editor layer, I'm going to make a circle real quick out of these lines. God, what I'm going to have to do is, for one, scale this up so there's a bigger radius, but then absolute scale this, so individually scale each block down until it reaches a point where it's not too spiky and jagged on the edge. I'm just going to rotate this one more time, and we have a smooth circle. I'm then going to do the exact same thing on the inside. Yeah, again, I'm going to have to do the same technique. I don't know, I just find it very useful to improve the way that your circles actually look and save a couple of objects here and there. The circle's going to be in the background on B4, way behind everything else. On a new group 122, which is going to move towards the player ever so slightly, like a 60, 70, 80-ish sort of thing. It's also going to shift down on the player as they move through the level. And place a new layer on it, which is made up of these curves, which are going to be super wide and link between different points of this line. I then need a centerpiece for this circle, which should be right here. It's going to be invisible. It's going to have a new group 123. This curve is going to have group 124. I'm going to set the center as the group parent, and to get this curve on an equal point of the line, opposite and reverse, I simply just copy pasted that object with the center and then rotate it, since this will now act as the midpoint with group parent enabled. Then from here on out, I can just rotate these around in a circle, give myself a neat little pattern. That looks good to me, actually. Then all the way around, then I'm going to copy paste and flip horizontally. So now I see we have a better pattern. It's going to have a different group than 124. And I'm going to set up 2 rotation triggers. 124 is going to rotate around the center 123 2 times in 15 seconds. And 125 is going to go -2 times, so the opposite way. Those curves rotating in an opposite direction creates that vortex effect. I can probably create another one behind it if I'm lucky. Let me see if I can actually do this in time. I might have to resort to speed building, but if I can actually place some background colored blocks underneath and rotate them around in the circle like that, I can probably take this circle, I can take the curves in it, and I can take the blocks behind, as well as the 2 rotation triggers, copy paste, put this elsewhere and build helper, move this back, and then take this whole circle, put it onto a secondary editor layer number 10 in case I need to select it, scale down, removing the base blocks this time, and then adding this whole thing to a layer way below the other. And there we go, I have another ring behind, which is going to move differently to the one that's there, which is going to move an extra couple of blocks down and to the left, like so. Maybe a bit more, because I'm scared. I don't have time. high.
Is that already time?
Yeah, dude, I went crazy.
I got like a design, that's like it.
I'm glad that you got a design done on that level because I had no ideas. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so fire. Yay, this looks good. Okay.
Oh, this slaps. What the hell? Part that you like made visually, like the background, it's very like 2.0 in a good way, you know?
Tres, dos, y uno. After this round, I burnt out and ran out of ideas. Sley kept popping off, but to both of our best efforts, we're still left with two wildly unfinished levels. The first is this crazy rainbow section that looks sweet thanks to Sley's clever background work.
Pretty nice.
Ooh! Oh, I really like that. Oh my god. It still needs a lot of tweaking, just like this cloud block design. But I'll make a video cleaning up the levels just to show that you can save anything. Also to redeem myself. It'll be fun, hopefully. Anyway, here's our thoughts on the ending.
I like what you did as well. It's really simple, but it works really well.
You think so?
Yeah, I actually like it, not gonna lie.
Oh, I see what you did. That's so clever.
I didn't help by making ridiculously complicated structures.
Yeah.
In all honesty, that was a massive flop on my end.
Yeah. Woo!
I was stressed throughout the entire thing. I'm not exaggerating. Like, the entire thing.
Thank you for joining me, Sley, and for watching this video, everyone. Check the links in the description. I'll leave a link to Sley's channel with the tag. Leave a like and subscribe to both of us, and have a good day.